And so what you have here is, he has remade the party in his image. There are still some Republicans who are trying to take it away, like take it back. Right? That's over.
That was John King and Jake Tapper on CNN saying something close to sensible for a change. Call me crazy, but we seem to be on a roll here, folks. First they admit Letitia James might be politically motivated, and now this? Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish. Well, reality is finally starting to sink in for the establishment media hacks at CNN. Today we're going to take a few minutes to break down this clip and relish in their expressions as they realize rhinos are starting to go extinct in the Republican Party.
That's over. There's no back. That party doesn't exist anymore.
Right.
It just doesn't. It just doesn't. Look at the House of Representatives. Look at what's happening in the United States Senate. Mitch McConnell stepping aside. And some of the more governing conservatives trying to keep their power even just within the Senate Republican conference. This is a new Republican Party. And so you have a very formidable Republican frontrunner who has remade the party in his image. And I know a lot of people at home are asking, well, wait a minute. We all saw January 6th. Wait a minute. Innocent until proven guilty, but there's all these cases. He has convinced them he won the last election. Never mind anything that happened since then. A majority of these voters are going to the polls in most of these states still saying that Donald Trump should be president. And so this is his party.
Well, there you go. I love their shock and kind of befuddled confusion as they're forced to admit the truth. The thing that's really funny to me is they can't understand why this is happening. They've got the what down, but I'm not sure they'll ever get the why or how. I mean, even in this clip, the way they explained Trump's momentum was like they didn't understand it after all the lies and edited clips they've been showing nonstop. But to me and anyone with half a brain, it's pretty clear why Trump is popular. The Uniparty, and especially the Democratic side of that, cater exclusively to wealthy, college-educated elites and lower-class minorities that they bribe and lie to every election cycle. That means that there's a whole segment of middle-class and working-class people that aren't being represented, and Trump just scooped them right up.
And again, sometimes I think stop talking. Just look. This is his party, and he is on a march to the nomination. That does not mean if the general election were tomorrow, there's a lot of data that suggests he would win at this moment in time. It is not tomorrow. It's 8 months from now. So you have two very strong frontrunners who both have very significant weaknesses. And then you have the question of the third-party candidates, which I raised earlier.
And so the weaknesses come in the sense of, in very much the way you're talking about how he is reforming the Republican Party.
Right.
More working class people, including voters of color, African-American, men primarily, but also Latinos.
I think if the last few election cycles have shown us anything, is that voters want authenticity. Trump is authentic. And in 2016, Bernie supporters saw him as an authentic outsider, kind of like Trump. I mean, of course they were wrong because he immediately sold out to the same party that screwed him over, but that doesn't change the desire expressed by his voters. The old system is starting to die off, just like legacy media outlets like CNN. And I mean, for better or worse, people are starting to catch on to this and they're over it. And there's no going back. So all these fence sitters and people standing in the middle of the road confused about what's going on need to adapt or they're going to go extinct. But let me know what you think. Did Trump change American politics forever? Will the Republican Party ever go back to the George Bush and Mitch McConnell days? Let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Boy!